Hi, I'm Jungle Jack. Yeah, the idiot from TikTok. I used to do stupid videos, but now I'm doing some adventure videos. Come join us on this adventure, figure out some things exist, some things that don't exist, maybe figure out how to do your favorite fucking thing. So let's go. Episode 2, baby! What's up? I'm Jungle Jack. Let's get into episode 2. So, I've heard the stories my entire life. I've heard thousands of people talking about it. It's a catfish as big as a Volkswagen in the Ohio River by the Green Blocks and Dams. Now, luckily, it's only a little ways from my house. So let's do some research just to see what's going on. All right. So I found this Catfish Now website that talks about catfish as big as Volkswagens. It's been rumored there's a catfish in America the size of Volkswagens. It's been in Alabama, all these different places. They've seen these. So we are looking for the ones that are close to the Green Blocks and Dams. So I customized the search, and I am finding some crazy stuff. And I'm sending out some emails whenever I started doing the research on this, and it's crazy. There was a 106.9 pound catfish drug out about 1.5 miles from the Green Blocks and Dams. It's one of the largest catfish caught there, and consistently 40 to 60 pounders are pulled out of there daily, from what I'm reading. And this is the Ohio Game Fishing website that I'm using. So this people are catching blue cats and all this stuff. So now I'm going to talk to a guy. Oh, I just got the email. Hang on a second. So, okay, this is from a user called Bass Unlimited. I asked him what kind of things I would need to be going after a catfish as big as a Volkswagen. He said, you must be fishing the Green Blocks and Dams in Ashley, Kentucky. So it looks like I'm going to need large hooks, high test line, and a rod that's going to be able to hold it. He said the size of the rod doesn't matter as long as it's able to bend and not break. Time to look through my collection and see what we have. Because it looks like we're going to go after something that's fucking huge. We're going to call somebody with first-hand experience and see exactly what this is all about. It's Boone!
What's up?
What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, not much. Chilling with the young'un.
Oh, hey. All right, man. So you got to tell me this story.
All right, this was told to me by a friend of mine, actually, while I was fishing in there at the Locks Dam.
Okay.
And it's not a long one, not a whole lot of detail.
Okay.
But the guy was working whenever I was building the dam. He was an underwater welder, and I don't know what he was welding on or whatever. But he went down and struck an arc. And, of course, he was at the bottom of the river.
Right.
And he, like I said, he struck his arc, and he seen this large eyeball blink when he struck his arc.
Holy shit.
And he climbed up on out of the water. He turned his stuff back in. He quit and never come back.
Holy shit.
I can't say that I would have done any different.
Not even a little bit. I'd have been fucking out.
I'd have been gone.
So now that was down at the Locks and Dams, right?
Yep.
Wow. Man, that's awesome, man. I appreciate the hell out of it. The thing about the Boone story is the fact that he says the fish blinked. Now, I know you know fish don't blink. They don't have eyelids. But certain fish, including catfish, will roll their eyes in the back of their head almost to clear debris and then come back. It's said to look just like the catfish is blinking. So that lends a whole lot of credibility to the story because that's just an odd detail. So it's pretty interesting. All right, so I've got a couple of these laying around. This is a Daiwa shock rod. It's supposed to be able to hold quite a bit of weight, but it's also small enough to get in the smaller cracks and areas that I need to get into. So I've got a couple of these laying around. I'm just strung one with some 100-pound test line. Before we left the house, plans changed a little bit. My original plan was to slip into my wetsuit, and we were actually going to go diving and go look. It rained pretty good yesterday. We're not going to be able to get anywhere with that because the current's just flowing too fast. So we're going to stick to strictly fishing today, but we're going to revisit this at another time. Be happy. Nobody wants to see my fat ass in a wetsuit today anyway. So on this journey, I can't do this alone. I've got to stop and pick up 2 big helpers for me. I'm pulling in now. Hopefully you like them. Alright guys, so we're going to the Greenup Locks and Dams to hunt and catch a fish that's as big as a Volkswagen. How do you feel about that? We're gonna be luck?
No.
You don't think we're gonna catch anything?
Maybe catch something, but not a big catfish.
Well, I think you're a Debbie Downer.
Okay.
Well, I guess whoever catches the biggest fish has to buy dinner, right? Is that about right?
$5.
Well, that'll work.
Deal.
Deal. So we're here at the Greenup Locks and Dams. We made it down this treacherous road. I had to park all the way back there. And we got a car that looks like it's stuck here. But we're right here by the dam. Now let's find a place to fish. Alright, so we're down here at the Locks and Dams. We got as close as we could. We've got a couple other people fishing here we're actually going to try and talk to. But we've got our bobbers in the water. We've got bait in the water. So now we just got to see what's going on. So we're going to really try and fish this area as much as we can, just to see if there's anything biting. And if there is anything biting, then we're gonna see what we can catch. So we just had a little experience. Was that a rock or was that a fish?
I have no idea. It pulled the line, but it was like a rock.
All right, so where was it at? Out here somewhere? How far out? How far out?
3 feet? No, not 6 feet. Probably.
So we're having a lot of trouble where it's real angry. This is why we couldn't dive today. That's because everything's moving so fast. So we're just gonna come on down here and check this out. So most people spend huge money on rod holders. I have come up with a way that we don't have to do it. We'll just use the trash on the beach. And boom! Rod holder. So we're out there a good ways, way out there, and with all the movement and all the waves and stuff, we're just trying to catch something. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot moving today. We may have to go a different route with this. This is my favorite cameraman, who claims it's way too cold out here today to be out here on the river. Oh, look how cute she is. So we're still out here fishing. We're having zero luck with anything at all today. So we may have to do this on a scientific research kind of thing, because we're not getting anything, we're not seeing anything. The other people that are out here aren't catching anything. It says it's been like this for a couple weeks, ever since the ice storm. So I guess it's time to maybe move on. Alright, so we've hooked something here. Got a little bit of slack. Get the end of that rod. Look how big this is. Alright, so we're going to keep on trying to reel it in as much as we can. Ah, shit. Well, that's interesting. And it looks like that got away. So that was a big enough hit. Alright, so we reeled the line in and completely broke. But the crazy thing about it is, can you see the end of that line? Right here? So that looks like it's smashed off. doesn't look like it's tore. It looks like it's smashed off. So that's actually mildly fucking terrifying. What am I doing? Alright, so we've tried fishing. We've been here for a long time. We've not caught anything. We had one super bite that pinched my line off. And like I said, this line is monofilament line. It's braided and all that good jazz. It's really high density stuff. So I guess we're on to see if we can find some kind of scientific proof that catfish do get this big, and then maybe we can see if this is true or not. Up and down this rock ravine to get in and out of where we're at, and look at me, Crocs again. If you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking. So after one hell of a hike back to the car, it's time to hit the road again and four-wheel out of here. So our fishing expedition didn't work out. So we're going to resort to a little bit of science and some math to figure out if this is going to work. If there can actually be a catfish that big in that small of an area and be happy. So let's check it out. Do some research. So I've done the basic math. So a catfish that has been caught on average is about 65 inches for every 150 pounds. Volkswagen bug, the one that is in the story, would be 13 foot 5 inches. If it's the same size, not swallow the Volkswagen, just the size of the Volkswagen, it'd be 161 inches long. 161 inches long at 2.3 pounds per linear inch, which is what the Figurman is. It would be a 370 pound fucking fish. A 370 pound catfish. That's just absolutely craziness. So then I went a little bit further. We figured if the mouth size would be a 24-inch mouth, which would be about that big. And its whiskers would be over 40 inches long. Now, here's the fun thing about this. There's been a catfish that was caught. It's called the Pangasianogen, Pangasiajagus, really big fucking catfish. But it was caught in Indonesia. It was 10.5 feet long. Now, if I'm underwater and I see a 10.5 foot catfish, I'm going to tell you, it's about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. It's very, very, very large. The problem with that is that these are long animals. They're not big animals. So all this about seeing the eyes and being that close, the whiskers would be over 40 inches long. And the whiskers on this fish are 39.65 inches long. And at 30 inches, you've seen a catfish, their whiskers go to the side. You'd hit those whiskers before you got close enough to actually touch the fish. Well, guys, that's it for this adventure. We went and tried to catch a fish that may not actually exist. Or it may. I don't know. But we are going to get in the water at some point, and that may be the season finale for this first season. Actually getting in the water and going down and seeing if we can not only track it, but I want to touch it. Like, I really want to get my hands around it and see what this 370 pound, 13.5 foot long creature looks like. So, but the water density and everything checks out. It could really exist. So let's get to it. All right, guys, thanks for watching this episode. We're going to go back to the basics on the next episode. So be on the lookout for the next adventure. Remember to subscribe, guys.